What's up, everybody? I am starting like a YouTube series, I guess. I am going to check in with you every week, and I'm going to show you my postpartum weight loss journey because I think it's kind of interesting. I think it's going to take a while, and I want to show how long it takes, to kind of how my body changes throughout. This is a little bit different than a normal weight loss journey because I have like a little bit more like loose skin now. I had to take 6 to 8 weeks off right after birth just to recover. So because of all of that, it's kind of a little bit different than a normal like, hey, I'm just gonna lose 10 pounds quick. And I want to share with other people because once you become a mom, things can change and your schedule can change and you face a lot of other challenges that you didn't face before. So I'm going to share a lot of those things with you. I'm going to share one workout a week with you that I'm doing each week. Right now I'm doing this kind of crazy thing where I am doing 100 squats, 100 hip thrusts, 100 calf raises, and 100 abs every day on top of my other workout, whatever that might be. And so I lift 6 days a week, and then I'm doing 10 minutes of cardio every day. One of those days is kind of more of like a cardio day anyway. It's not like a ton of lifting, but it does have a little bit in there. And then the 100 sets of every, or 100 reps of everything each day too. The reason I'm doing that is because I feel like I lost a lot of muscle in my legs, and I just kind of want to kickstart it back and get back into it. And it's motivating for me. So I'm gonna do at least 4, maybe 6 weeks of this routine, and then after that I'll switch it up. So every week you guys will see a different new workout. A lot of my variables lie in cardio and all sorts of different cardio and conditioning that I'm doing. Mostly inspired by my husband. He's been doing a lot of different conditioning and it's a ton of fun. We've been doing it together. So you'll see that in a minute here, and then I'm also going to every week check in and show you what my body looks like. I'm gonna wear the same thing every week, so it's really easy to tell the differences. I think this is gonna be a really slow and steady process. I'll be surprised if it comes off quickly, but in retrospect, I am happy. I think that my body is great now. Sorry, I got cut off. But what I was saying was kind of like in retrospect, well, I guess we're gonna go find out what I weigh. But for about what I weigh, I've been this weight before, and I had definitely a different body composition, a little bit more body fat and a lot less muscle, surprisingly. But it has been 2 years since I weighed this much, and so I must have built a lot of muscle in that time. Now I can still see a little bit more tone in my arms than I could before, but I definitely do have like a lot of body fat and maybe sort of saggy skin still around my stomach and my legs. That's definitely where I gained the most weight, and also where I got really swollen. So you might be able to see it, but you might not. I have a lot of stretch marks. I have a lot of stretch marks on my legs. So we'll see if you can see it, whatever. But here's to week 1. Let's go find out what I weigh, and then I will show you guys what I look like. Where my weight's at, I have had a tiny bit of water and some popcorn this morning, but this is the closest I'm gonna get to like nothing to eat yet, so let's find out where we're at. $141.1. All right, we're gonna start that as my beginning weight. Here's from the front. Nothing special. We'll go from the side. So you can see I have just a little bit right here. I feel like this is bloated a little bit more than body fat. Like it just feels like my uterus is still maybe sticking out a little bit here, which it could still be contracting out a little bit, but it should go back to normal pretty soon. I wore a compression for a while to get it to push back down, and I'm no longer wearing that, but I might restart again just because it's starting to bother me a little bit. I feel like there's a lot of pressure right here. So that's this. Here's from the back. From the other side, you can kind of see that little push out right there again. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Also, excuse the hairdo. I just woke up and this is where it's gonna be today. This is what my little babies are up to while I'm doing this. Got them to sleep for a little while, so I'm gonna work out now and make this video. This is Penny. She's protecting us. I was cleared to work out at 6 weeks, but I wasn't really working out consistently until this last week. So I've had 6 workouts this week, and that's like the first time that I've been consistent. So that's why I'm using that weight as my start weight instead of what I was before, because I've just kind of hung out around the 140s anyway. So this will be my first official start week, and then we'll see where I'm at next week after another 6 days of workouts and eating well. So my current goal is to get back to where I was at before pregnancy. Now, like pre-pregnancy, natural like hanging out weight was somewhere around like 127, 130. But I was actually like 122, probably right when I got pregnant, and that is kind of ideal for me. So I got like 15, 20 pounds to go to drop down to that weight again. I would say not like most realistically, I could probably lose a pound a week within the next few months. So it'll probably take me 15 to 20 weeks to get back to that. That could be like, what is that, 4 or 5 months? And a lot of people kind of go back to their pre-pregnancy weight around 6 months postpartum. So that would be right on track for me. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to shoot for that. Sometimes, in the past, I could have probably done it like faster, but now you're really on like someone else's schedule. Like the baby needs to eat at a certain time. He needs to be changed at a certain time. Like you don't even know when that's going to be. It's just random. And between like taking care of him and Penny and then, working and taking care of anything else, or, going out and doing something different in your day, like going to get groceries or going to see friends or whatever, really just kind of like, it's a whole schedule change. So the ability that I used to have to just kind of like go crazy and work out and get 100,000 steps in and whatever, is a little bit different. It's still possible. It's just different. So instead of forcing myself to do something crazy, I'm just going to take it slow. And also for the first time ever, like being like having this little extra weight on my body doesn't bother me. I think it's amazing what my body did during pregnancy and during birth and stuff like that, and it's super cool. And I don't even have any negative feelings towards how I look. I just don't fit into any of my clothes anymore. So it would be nice to have a closet back. And I just kind of want to get back into like fitness shape more than anything. So not terribly concerned with how my body looks, more with how I feel, and it's good for my mental health, and would be nice to have clothes again. So that's kind of the major reasons why I'm really getting back to normal. As far as diet goes, so my diet's a little bit all over the place right now, and I'm gonna make sure that it gets a little more steady, but it depends on how much calories I'm burning every day, right? So on average, I think I burn somewhere between 1,800 and 2,000 in general with a workout and like walking around and doing things like that. However, breastfeeding can burn anywhere from like 400 to 500 calories a day. So because of that, I'm burning extra and I'm super, super hungry. I have to be careful that I don't overeat. But following a meal plan is a little bit tough for me right now too, because I'll get like nauseous when I'm working out more than I've ever been before. And I think that's directly due to just the sheer amount of calories I burn in a day from breastfeeding. So I'm trying to eat somewhere between, I would say 1,800 and 2,000 a day, with my workouts and breastfeeding and all of that. And then I should see like the weight decline that way. But I'm just being extra cautious because I don't want to get sick or pass out or something. It's not worth that. So I'd rather just lose weight slowly. I'll probably get a little bit more particular on it once I get my workouts really nailed down. But that also is taking a little bit of a schedule change, just like working out times with people who could watch the baby, or if I can bring them with me or something like that, or if I work out at home. So that's my main focus, is getting back into the gym and just getting healthier. And then the second focus will be to really focus on the food. But I usually start, workouts first, nail them down after 2 weeks once I feel good there. Then I'm going to jump to nutrition and see if I can change that, make it better. I'm not eating poorly or anything. I have at least 100 grams of protein a day. I'm eating veggies. I'm eating a good amount of healthy carbs. I usually stick to like rice, whatever's in my protein bars, which is fiber. And what was it? Oh, popcorn. I have a lot of popcorn. And sometimes potatoes too, but not always. My protein sources are like protein bars, protein shakes, chicken, beef, steak. My protein shakes right now, I have Premier protein packs, and then I also am using like the Orgain. It's vegan. I switched to it when I went dairy free for a little while, but I no longer have to be dairy free, which is great. So I just still have the container left, and I'm still using it, but I actually really like it, so I might just keep it around. I have like chia seeds, flax seeds, and stuff like that for healthy fats. I eat these Aussie Bite things from Costco. They're full of delicious stuff. It's like coconut, oatmeal, apricots, stuff like that. It's just kind of like jam-packed, more chia seeds, which are really good for your digestion if you didn't know that. So those are kind of what I'm eating as far as like carbs and fats go, and then just general protein. But yeah, no specific like amounts right now. It's just kind of when I'm hungry, I eat. Also these delicious Flex chips. And then my mom made this sour cream ranch dip with it. Maybe not the best, but the Flex chips are high in protein, so I don't feel bad about snarfing a bag. And the little bit of sour cream isn't so bad either. I don't eat that much of it, so I don't feel terrible about it. So that's kind of where my diet's at. I'll eventually probably bring you guys into the meal prep side of things with me once I get more into that part. But for right now, I'm just focused on the workouts. So as far as that goes, let's see a workout. So for this first exercise, I'm just doing a warm-up of step-ups. Usually I use a little bit of weight with this one, but because I currently have like an extra 20 pounds on my body, any extra weight might be a little too heavy for me. I fell on my tailbone a long time ago, and if I use too much weight, it really hurts. So it's weight-free. For the front squats, I've been doing 100 reps of squats a day, 6 days a week. So these are 10 by 10. You want to put your weight in your heels and really get down as low as possible to engage your glutes. Push back up through the heels. You don't want to lock out your knees at the top so that you don't hurt your knees. That's pretty much it for this one. Next up is barbell hip thrusts. These ones have taken me a little bit of time to get back up in weight for, mostly because it goes right over the C-section scar. It feels like a pinch. But outside of that, it's not hard to do. I can go pretty heavy. First time I did like 18 pounds. Then I went up to 30 pounds. And then I tried the bar and this weight. So it's taken me a couple times to get there. This is just a basic leg press with a pulse at the bottom half. Again, kind of putting my weight in my heels when I push forward. Didn't have a specific stance for this one, just did what was comfortable tonight, but you can vary your stance around for different parts of your legs. For this one, I've got one-legged calf raises. I did these in dance when I was younger, and I still like them to this day. You gotta have pretty good balance. Sometimes I'll fall over, but that's what these are for. For these lying hamstring curls, we're going to do them slow and controlled. I try to do a tempo of like 2 to 3 seconds up, hold for 2 seconds at the top, and 2 to 3 seconds back down. I'm going to do it for every rep. Use a little bit lighter weight for that than you might normally if you're training heavy. And it's a burner. This one really feels good after a while. Some leg extensions. You're going to keep your feet super flexed and then hold for a second at the top. And then going into dumbbell deadlifts here, you want to keep your back flat, feet really strong on the floor, push your hips back, keep your knees slightly bent, pull up and squeeze your glutes at the top without pulling them all the way through. And then for cardio, I would actually superset these back and forth with 30 seconds of each, doing some rowing first and then battle ropes. I did some with my arms together and some with my arms alternating. This is like just the final comparison. I'll post this every week at the end of the video.